Alright. Here we are. Alright. Oh, sorry. So, welcome to another casting of Alchemy League, Season 5. These sets will be from Spring 2. And we have two sets for today. The first one, as you can see on screen, it's going to be Shixo against Wisenatic. Now, both players, if I'm not mistaken, are around 2k. So this is going to be a quite high level set. This was played in round 5, which is the first round of season of Spring 2. Oh wait, no. I got confused. So this was played on... Yeah, this is played in round 6, which is round 2 of Spring 2. As you can see by the fact that we have Asteroid Belt as our first map of the day. And then the players left open Saturn, which makes me very happy, as I love that map. But aside from loving Saturn, I'm also quite excited to see what they have in mind for Asteroid Belt, because it has proven to be a quite aggressive map, same as Neptune. And people have approached it in different ways. Some people just go for the water, some others they just go for land units, and so on and so forth. So we'll see. We'll see what they have in store for us. Now, speaking of civs, the admin bans were the following. So Celts, Cumans, Tatars, Magyars, and Vietnamese. Probably neither player was too sad about those, because I don't think we've seen the civs being played that much in the tournament. I know I played Celts and Vietnamese a couple of times. I saw Cumans being played maybe 2 times. But as for Tatars and Magyars, I don't think I've seen them played yet. I think there's a specific map where Tatars can be good, but I'll just keep that to myself. And let's get to the player bans, shall we? So, Shixo banned Mongols and Persians, whereas Wisenatic banned Georgians and Berbers. So both players, they just banned powerhouse civs, right? So Mongols and Persians, they can be insane due to the eco. Well, Persians more because of the eco and the fact that they are a great hybrid civ. And Mongols because of the power spike you can get thanks to the hunt. Which, by the way, Saturn is quite good for, right? You start with three boars, which at the end of the day is the same amount of food as you would have on Arabia. Because then 1 boar basically counts for the missing tiers, right? But I would argue it's slightly easier to pull in, because you do not have to push the deer, right? You just lure the boar with the villager. And that's kind of easier on you, because then you can focus on scouting with the scout, and you can see what your opponent is doing. And by the way, Asteroid Belt, you start with 3 boars as well. So yeah, Mongols, great choice. As for Georgians and Berbers, well, they can be insane in the right situation, so I can see why Wisenatic would not want to have to deal with those. Now, after Bengalis being sniped, Shixo is left with Portuguese, Malay, and Italians, whereas Wisenatic, after getting his Chinese pig sniped, is left with Armenians, Romans, and Lithuanians. So overall, despite strong saves being banned and then sniped, I would argue both players have a very strong civ pool. Shixo seems to be more of an archer focused guy. I mean, Italians and Portuguese, they can play cav, right? But Malay, you can go elephants, I guess, but generally speaking, you will want archers or, well, unique unit with Portuguese. Whereas Wisenatic, Romans and Lithuanians, they tend to be good cavalry civs. Romans then switch to infantry. Armenians, they can have a decent cav play, encapsulates, but then you will want to switch into archers and infantry mainly. Alright, so that was the draft. Now let me jump right into the game. Into game 1, which is going to be, yes, there we go, on Asteroid Belt. And we see both players going for civs which are very strong on water. So we have Malay for Shixo and Armenians for Wisenatic. Now these are kind of interesting civs. Oh, they're already fighting with the Photoman. Actually, this is... yeah, they spawned quite close to each other. I haven't done that many generations of the map when testing it, but... Shixo pulls off at the right moment. Pulls away at the right moment. So, I was thinking that, generally speaking, the TCs would be around this area, right? Slightly more in the back. And then you would have additional islands with resources on... oh wait, Flamer? No, he didn't get... oh wait, I think he got lamed. No? Wait, there's a boar missing here. No, I'm sorry, wait a second, because I had the... oh. Yeah. Okay. The map generation was bugged because Shixo has 2 boars available, whereas Wisenatic has 3. And I think they didn't notice. I had the same issue in my set against King of Noobs. And we actually had to restart the map 2 times because the first time he was missing a boar, and then the second time I was missing a boar, and then the third try we both had 3 boars. So it was kind of weird, but I think, judging by the chatter, I think Shixo thought Wisenatic lamed a boar. So Shixo is going to be playing on. And we'll see what he does. Now, it's not the end of the world, right? There are some ostriches, some space ostriches, I will say, around, which you can push. I wonder if we'll see. Yeah, Wisenatic is pushing them as well, as they should. So yeah, Shixo should still have the eco to go up. And 5 on wood tells me he's thinking about docking. Yeah, there it is. I'm blind, sorry. Well, and so is Wisenatic. And Wisenatic has an idle fishing ship. Okay, now he's going to fish. I'm not too convinced about fishing here with the fishing ships. I don't know. We saw Oladushek do the same in his set against... who was it? The one I casted last night. I think it was Neos. They both went for a dock and a fishing ship. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not the end of the world, right? That's 200 wood food you're going to get from your fishing ship, and then you can send it around, and it's going to be some passive eco you're going to be getting. Oh, double fishing ship, okay. From both of them. That's a big investment. And Malay, if they wanted to, they could just go for the traps later on, so... Okay, this is interesting. So, Shixo got Loom, probably out of habit. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, and Wisenatic is going to spout this. But yes, Wisenatic did not get Loom because the Fathermen, they fought at the start of the game. So they are both on low HP. So they're not going to be able to get any kills. And so he probably went up with one more build that you would usually do, but without Loom. So he's going to get up with a slightly stronger eco. He's still going to be behind because he's against Malay, of course. And Fatherman. Oh no, because there was a Fatherman garrison, not villagers. Okay. Now we have a galley from Shixo, but he's not on gold. And he's going for the second dock. Yeah, he's now going to gold, but he's going to be behind in production. Wisenatic going for the second dock as well. He's going to be... He's actually making the second galley in the same dock as the first one. And he's probably going to lose the fishing ships. Actually, he is going to lose the fishing ships, but... I mean... Sure, it sucks, right? You do not want to lose fish like that, eco units like that, but they're not going to be as useful as you would want to, because now the only fish he has available close to his docks is that one. But he's ahead. He's going to be ahead in galleys. Right, he's got 2 out, and he's going to have fletching. Also, his galleys, being Armenians, they shoot an extra projectile, so they deal more damage in the long run. And this villager is just going... Oh, he's probably going to dock here, isn't he? But yeah, look now how stretched both players are for food. Look at the idle TC times. And this is why Malay are insane, by the way. You see Shixo has 30 seconds more idle TC time, but he is still ahead by 1 bill, despite that. And that's because he spent less time going up to feudal, so his TC was producing bills for more time, for longer than his opponent. But now that bill difference is going to get... No? Oh, never mind. We still have no fletching from Shixo. He could afford it. Oh, there we go. Now galley numbers, yeah. Wisenatic is ahead, but his galleys are out of position, right? Whereas Shixo is keeping all of his galleys in the same spot. So this could be very bad. You do not want to go that way. That close to a dock with a flag on it, by the way. Just in case there's a demo. And by the way, we saw Shixo going up at the start of... Before getting to feudal. He's getting eco here. He's actually on the berries, which is nice. Right? The way things are at the moment, you do not really need safe wood. This is safe enough. So yeah, just get extra eco. Because at the moment what you're struggling with is food. This is actually pretty nice for Armenians. You get harassed on the wood, you just move your milk cart. And honestly, if you know your opponent is just running away from your fish, from your galleys, sorry, you could just take your milk cart and your villagers and just go straight for the upside of the of the map, and I think the upper side, sorry, not the upside. And I think Shixo is expecting that because he was sending galleys over here. It was either for that or just regroup with his galleys, because now he's the one who is out of position with his army divided. And yeah, this has been a pretty dynamic game. Shixo is also switching to farms. We do not have Horse Collar in. Oh, actually, Wisenatic, he is already on farms, and so they both got the wood upgrade, but it's going to be 20% more effective for Armenians. I think it's 20%, maybe 25. Let me check in game real quick, because I'm curious. It's actually 40% more efficient. Ooh, that's a lot. I love Galley Micro. Shixo seems to be the one winning it at the moment. So he's got slightly more, well, not slightly, he's got more HP. Oh, he's going to lose that one because it got intercepted. And Shixo, he's keeping up with the Armenians on water in a galley fight, which is, it's quite impressive, right? Because they shoot extra projectiles. They have a better wood eco, so technically we have 2 docks from Wisenatic. He could easily afford a third one for production. He's got the wood, and he's up to castle though. Shixo is quite far away. He could probably... Yeah, he's now going to market abuse because he probably realized his opponent might be up. And being Malay, if he clicks at around when Wisenatic is 130 away from castle, he could be able to be up at the same time. Now his problem is he lost 1 dock, and he's probably going to lose this one as well, because now these galleys, which were taking down the dock, could just regroup with this group of galleys. Yeah, they're going to have similar uptime. That was actually a very clever move from Wisenatic. So what he did was he kept a single group of galleys and microed against Shixo, so that Shixo had to respect that and could not leave. And then, because the docks were so far apart, he sent another group of galleys down here to take down that dock. That way, A, Shixo's reinforcements would just get sniped down, and B, he would take down the dock. And now, Shixo, he is redocking over here. He should be able to boom up here if he wants to. He's probably going to get 5 stone, right? You send the field to get stone, you long distance it. And you're fine. So one player is opting for War Galley, the other is opting for Botkin Arrow. You know, I probably prefer Botkin Arrow. If you have to choose between the two tags, yeah, I would definitely go for a Botkin Arrow, just because of how easy it is to micro the galleys. And now we're going to have War Galley from Wisenatic, still no Botkin from Shixo. Horse Collar just came in, Ballistics is going to be in as well. Yeah, this is going to be brutal. Ballistics is basically going to make up for the fact that War Galleys are awful to micro compared to galleys. and Shixo is in big trouble. Oh, he's going to siege push here, so he's not... He might end up losing the water. Actually, he probably will, right? It's War Galley with Botkin and Ballistics against War Galley with no Botkin and no Ballistics. I mean, Botkin is coming in right now, but yeah, this is going to be hard for Shixo. Does Wisenatic know about the docks? He knows about this one. He doesn't know about these. I mean, if he sees some galleys coming from this side, he should be imagining. There's a dock up there. At least one dock. But he doesn't know about the siege workshop and the monastery. So he knows his opponent is up here because he saw the villagers run that way in Dark Age, and he sees the outpost. He's going to, yeah, he's now going to be finding the docks. And Shixo is, yes, I like this. He didn't just start pushing with a single mangonel, he's going to be pushing with two, with a third one on the way. Ooh, that's a nice shot. Now he needs to be careful because... yeah, we have a siege workshop and a fortified church coming up for Wisenatic. That's also going to give him a single relic. Now he needs, as I was saying, Shixo needs to be careful because he's only got monks here to protect the siege, so we might see, yeah, warrior priests. That's dangerous because they're going to be able to kill the siege, and monks will not be able to convert them because we do not have atonement in for Shixo. He needs to be careful about the monk. Yeah, okay, he sees the mangonel. He's going to get redemption. But yeah, warrior priest is going to be able to deal with this. Now that I think about it, warrior priest is actually a sick option to have against a siege monk push. Wisenatic will now know that redemption is in. Shixo will see the warrior priest. He will know. He probably tried to convert them, but he's not going to be able to. And now you're going to lose your mangonels. Yeah, that's 2 mangonels down. 3. Yeah, we have atonement now, but it's too late. The push is dead, and Shixo calls the ZG. Alright, so Wisenatic takes game 1. Well played to him. Who is it? Thank you for the follow. So just realized the resolution on screen is terrible. I couldn't read the name. So let me just maybe, yeah, like that. So back to the game. Yeah, well played to Wisenatic. Again, well played to Shixo as well. I think he did a great job, right? Microing against the Armenian war galleys. But yeah, at the end of the day, the superior eco by Armenians just caught up with him, and yeah, and the warrior priests, they work so well against the siege push. So yeah, that's unfortunate for him. Rest collected ahead for Armenians, but again, he had both Bosa and dual bidex, so that helps a lot. Alright, so another thing I actually liked by Shixo was going up here that early, right? That gives you safe resources, especially if you know your opponent is going for water. And then later on, you know your opponent will eventually want to expand here, so if you already have villagers here, you can either just go for TCs yourself to secure the area, or you can just, as they did, switch push. And I think it was the lore deck against Max Power set. Tech was casting that, if I'm not mistaken. We actually saw the player who lost water but got the upper side of the map come back on water and then just kick his opponent's ass. Anyway, let's get into game 2, which is going to be on Saturn. And we have Italians against Romans. So the old against the new. Which is interesting because if you think about in terms of history, then the Romans are the old ones and Italians are the new ones. But if you think in terms of Age of Empires, as in when these civs came out, then Italians are the old ones and Romans are the new ones. But yeah. Shixo, luckily for him, this time he's not missing a boar. That was actually another element of the previous game. And Wisenatic he's already here to try and lane, but he takes damage from the TC. He takes some shots from the Footman, so he's not going to be able to lane. Wisenatic going early to wood. I think he's going to be dropping a dock. I'm actually curious to see if both players will be going for docks in the corners, because I've seen a couple of games on this map where they just ignore the fish and focus on pressure on the land. Which it is kind of counterintuitive, because generally speaking, if you have this amount of fish, you want to dock that and get it. But at the same time, due to the fact you have so much short fish here, you could probably justify just ignoring this fish and going for mills here. Especially if you're going to go for land pressure. Because then, yeah, your villagers are exposed, but you do not care because all the pressure is going to be at your opponent's base. And I think he was probably looking for a spot where the shore fish was, where it was possible for the villager to take the shore fish. Shixo is going to find it here. It's actually, oh, he's not going to see it, is he? Okay, he's going to drop the dock either here or here again. Yeah, there we go. That's a weird part about this map. Sometimes the shorefish will spawn too far away from the coastline, so you cannot take it with a vill. But yeah, we have an hybrid build from both players. They're just going to be fishing away. Wisenatic also adding a mill. So he's going to have basically one less fishing ship compared to his opponent, most likely. I mean, Shixo he had a couple of seconds of idle dock time, if you will. So he's not going to be ahead yet in fishing ships, but I mean, this is alright, right? You're sacrificing one single fishing ship, but then you have 4 vills on shore fish, which is amazing, especially with Romans, because they work even faster. And shore fish, to begin with, is the fastest food income you have, source of food income you have. Actually, how much is it, the difference? It doesn't say here. I would have to switch in game. Actually, yeah, let me switch real quick in game. I wanna check. Okay, so the working speed for the Roman fisherman is 2709, whereas for the Italian is 25.80. Sorry. So yeah, they are faster. Not by that much, it's 5% after all, but it's still something. And Shixo is doing the same thing. And they're both going up quite late for an hybrid build, right? Normally, generally speaking, you would go up with 19 villagers, sometimes even 18. It's in between. I would say the most common numbers are 19 and 20. You could probably pull off a 19 pop, and sorry, 18 villagers. So yeah, 19 pop. With some civs and with good builds, but this makes me think they're going for fast castle, right? Look at the resources. And we do not see a second dock. So yeah, it's fast castle from both of them. Shixo, for good measure, he's going to be adding a fire galley behind this, which is nice. Oh, so you were both thinking, okay. Yeah, I can see why for feudal pressure you would not want to... Yeah, I mean, sorry. I see why you wouldn't want to do feudal pressure on this map. But rather than, you know, land pressure, I would think of going fast feudal just to, you know, have galleys and just kill your opponent's fish. But I guess, yeah, docks are far away as well, so yeah, you don't really need to do that. And both civs, they have good reasoning for doing fast castle. I mean, for Italians it's cheaper. For Romans, you can just go into Scorpion spam, which I'm guessing is what you were thinking was an attic, but we'll see. We actually see scouts, so maybe not. Also, I probably forgot to say it, but welcome to the stream, Wisenatic. So the fires from Shixo, where are they? So one is here. Did he take the long way? Oh no, there it is. Okay, so it's going to be a second TC for the Italians. On this gold. And I was wrong, it's not going to be Scorpions for the Romans, it's going to be Knights. Ooh, actually, I see 2 villagers forward. I mean, it could be mangonels instead of scorpions. Right, if it was scorpions, I think you might see maybe even 2 siege workshops, just because of how crazy it can get, but it's more likely this is going to be a knight mangonel push. Yeah, so you can take down the TC, yeah. That's good. I think people tend to get too stuck on the scorpion thing with Romans, on the scorpion and infantry play. When considering how crazy Yuriko is, you can easily do this kind of plays. And you do not need to play this all in, right? I wouldn't be surprised if Wisenatic dropped a second TC in the next couple of minutes. We have a second siege workshop, okay. But there's a defensive siege workshop from Shixo as well. Monastery coming up. Italians do have a good tech tree for monks. They do not have any specific bonuses for the monks, but they have everything aside from heresy. So monk play with them is pretty nice. Well, let's say above average. Shixo getting the shot, nice. Basically no damage on the mangonel. That's the second TC. I like that. I love getting the second TC on the wood lane because how fast you chop through that. So if you chop through and your opponent doesn't notice, you can basically drop a TC in his economy and just make it chaotic. That's one of the reasons why I love this map. Ooh, Knights will get the mangonel. Monk will not get the conversion. Do we have... Yeah, we do not have devotion from... Ooh. Oh. That's unfortunate. But, I mean... Shixo is being pressured. But he's keeping his DC up. He is ahead in bills. Yeah, now with Redemption, he should be able to chill for a while because, yes, he's fine for now, but the moment this TC goes down, so if he starts lacking the wood for repairing, or if he forgets about repairing it, this TC goes down, he basically loses, right? Because then all of his fails are exposed. But now Redemption is going to make it easier for him to keep the TC up because he can just hop in and out from the TC with the monk. These 4 mangonels though, that's a lot. And he, yeah. TC goes down. There's going to be light cav, so monk play is going to get denied. Stone walls to keep the villagers safe, yeah. And they're going to get shot by the mangonel. Ooh, this is hard to watch. Yeah, the monks will get sniped by the light cav. 1 conversion, but yeah. Shixo calls the GG. So Wisenatic takes the set 2-0. Well played to him. That was a very nice pressure. Double Siege Workshop, Monastery, Light Cav. That was... wow. That was very, very good. He lost the fish, but I mean... you don't really care that much. As I was saying at the start, yeah, you do not have water. You do not have water, but if you want applying pressure, you just go around and fish with your villagers. So, sure, it's nice to have the fishing eco at the start as a boost to go up to castle. But from that moment on, from that point on, the moment you're pressuring your opponent and you know they're not making any military to harass you, you just go around and you're fine. I'm actually curious if... Wisenatic, if you're still in chat, did you train or talk about the map with Shixo? Because I think both games, your approach was quite similar, right? You both went for Navy in game 1. And then here you both went for Fast Castle. So am I the one missing something about the maps? Or were you guys talking about between yourselves? Oh, you didn't? Okay. Yeah, Romans with more brass collected. I mean, sure, Shixo had more villagers, but because of the pressure, most of the time they were just idling, so... And he wasn't ahead by that much at the end of the game, so it makes sense. Oh, you were not practicing. Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay, so that was our first set. Let me show you the draft for the second one, which is going to be YoSoyPacho against the Otter one. Where is it? There we go. Alright, so this set is going to be from the same round. And we have After a Belt as game 1. And then game 2 is going to be played on Mars. As for civs, Byzantines, Burmese, Portuguese, Japanese and Britons were banned, whereas the players went on to ban Vikings and Koreans for YoSoyPacho, and Georgians and Mongols for Otter. Then Otter proceeded to snipe Persians, whereas YoSoyPacho sniped Lithuanians. I would say that I do agree with the bans and the snipes, and I'm curious to see about game 1 because Otter was talking to me saying how good the first game was. Also, I think the stream dropped for a moment. But we should be back. At least Twitch tells me I'm live. Actually, no. Yeah, we're back. Also, let me change the title for the stream because this is the Otter one versus YoSoyPacho. Okay, there we go. So, as I was saying, Otter told me game 1 was a good game, so Now that I see Spanish, I really hope it got to Imperial and Otter got to Spanish Cannon Galleon on Asteroid Belt. I hope that's what we get. But yeah, let me load the game real quick and we'll see. So, game 1, Asteroid Belt. And here we go. Okay, no, it's not going to be Spanish Cannon Galleon. That makes me sad. We have Dravidians against Berbers. And oh, I remember this. YoSoyPacho in game is called Justinian 14, 2023. So we have Dravidians for YoSoyPacho and Berbers for Otter. Now, these picks tell me both players want to go for water play. Quick board check to see. Yeah, both players got 3. So Dravidians, they probably have a smoother water build, right? Because of the free 200 wood they get when they get to feudal, and then well, castle and imperial as well. The fact that their docks double as houses, and on this map, because of how spread out the fish is, in the long run, your fishing ships are going to be slightly more efficient than others. So yeah, I like that one. Berbers, on the other hand, I say they make me think of a water play because of how fast their ships move. And well, and that movement doubles as a slight boost to their fishing ships when they are going that far out to get the fish. But it also makes it easier for them to play into fires, so you do not get kited as much as you would with other civs when you go for fires. And it's good for the demos, and we know Otter loves his demos. It's quite nice in galley microing. If you know how to use the bonus, it can be quite annoying to play against. In galley micro, I would say the 2 most annoying bonuses to play against are the Saracens and the Berbers. I mean, Portuguese and Armenians are up there, but it's just so hard to micro against Berbers and Saracens when they go galleys. Okay, we still see no dock from either of them, so that makes me think they're not going for the approach we saw in the previous game, so they're not going to be making a dock and a couple of fishing ships in Dark Age. And this is more of what I expected on this map, right? If you want to go navy, yeah, you do that, but you make your dock as you're going up to feudal. You don't really need it in Dark Age. So you basically do like an archer build, but instead of building your barracks and your archery range, you go for the docks, and then you put more villagers on wood than you would with an archer build, of course, but that's what I was thinking. But we'll see. We have a barracks coming up from YoSoyPacho, and that's quite early. Is he going for a militia push? He's already in gold, so yeah, he's probably going militia, which I like. No militia? There we go. Yeah, I really like the militia. And he's going forward with villagers as well. Wait, is he going militia? Is it going Militia Tower? That's a lot of bills, though, to do that. Oh, he's getting into picks. Otter, he's going to be making barracks now. So he's avoiding water as well. Okay, so we have a different approach. And yeah, YoSoyPacho is going for... He's going to tower here, isn't he? Either a tower or a forward range. It's a tower. I'm not a fan of that tower. I mean, sure, you're denying berries. Fate, I guess. I mean, I'd rather see the tower here on the woodline, because you only have 2 on your island, so you deny one with the tower. Otter loses a bill, but he's going to take down the tower, and he's going to kill the militia before Man at Arms comes in. No, actually, no, but now a very weak Man at Arms. He's not going to lose another bill. Oh, actually he did, okay. So 2 kills, 2 deaths for Otter. But it's 4 for YoSoyPacho. I mean, only one of those is a villager. But yeah, the tower is destroyed. And... I think the issue there was the Man at Arms upgrade coming in too late. I think if YoSoyPacho clicks Man at Arms as soon as he gets to feudal, when he already has 3 militia on the field, then by the time Otter sends all the barn to kill the tower, by the time the villagers get there, you have Man at Arms, and sure, if Otter is sending everything, he probably still denies the tower, but then you do not get 2 kills. You get maybe 4, even 5, because you already have Man at Arms. But then Man at Arms came in when one militia was busy, when YoSoyPacho had already lost a militia. One was on something like 5 HP, and the other was on 24, if I'm not mistaken. So by that moment, it's not really worth it. It's not the end of the world as Javidians, because you have cheaper Man at Arms upgrades, so you're not investing as much as the other civs. But yeah, that was unfortunate. Now Otter is going for scouts, so he is ignoring water. He should be able to see his opponent is... Yeah, he's going to know about the galley, which is going to be annoying on the woodline. He's going to take it with scouts, but there's a demo. Yeah, if the demo was like hiding over there, would have been... Ooh. Nice. Some retribution for all the demos Otter used on my scouts on Saturn in Sprint 1. That was not as big as the explosion we saw from Oladushek last time we casted, but yeah. That was still satisfying to see. YoSoyPacho is going to be able to keep this one alive. He's going double dock. Okay. But Otter behind this, I think he's going to abuse the market. And he's probably going to sell this stone. And I've noticed this a bit about Otter lately in his games I've casted or just watched by myself. He likes to use that market. Now that dock is interesting because it blocks... So this map is kind of weird because there are some areas where the ships can go, but you do not expect them to be able to go there, right? For example, a ship could sail through here, and you would never expect that to be possible. So I'm wondering if a ship can sail through here, but maybe not. And if they cannot, then this dock is blocking the passage, so they have to go all the way around here to harass the wood line. So that's kind of nice. And Otter, as I said, he is abusing the market, going up to castle. And honestly, as Berbers, that's a good call, right? You get to castle, you go double, maybe even triple stable spam. You stay 1 TC, your opponent is relegated to this island. He is still in feudal, he's not going to be up for a while. He's probably going to try and buy his way up. But he's still going to be 1, maybe even 2 minutes behind with his uptime. Otter's eco pretty decent behind this. Yeah, YoSoyPacho clicks up, but he is 1 minute and 20 seconds behind. He's got Navy, which is nice, I guess. But he is very exposed. He's now going to make a run for the upper side of the map, which is quite hilly in this generation. So dropping a TC is going to be pretty hard. He's not going to be able to drop one on this gold or this one. Whereas, oh yeah, this is slightly better generation for Otter. He's going to be able to drop a TC here and here if he wants. And he opts for a lumber camp. TC here wouldn't be too bad if you can fit it. Probably not. You can definitely put down one down here, which is nice on the gold, especially if you have water control. Maybe here as well, though I'm not too sure. And Otter catches... sorry, YoSoyPacho catches Otter going for the wood. 2 villagers escape. But now we have knights on the field for Otter. Oh, by the way, of course he dropped the lumber camp here, not a TC. He just got to castle age. Now the question here is, do I like knights? So I'm going to say something maybe a little bit dumb. Ooh, nice. But if you're Berbers and you have very cheap stable units, could you justify going camels here because they have bonus damage against the ships? I guess they're slightly more vulnerable to the demos because they have less armor, but the HP is the same. And I don't think 2 armor is going to make that much of a difference against a demo shot. I think a single demo still does not kill your camel. You still need 2. I don't know about demolition ships. A raft is not going to kill it, but Maybe a ship? Maybe that 2 armor makes a difference? I don't know. The problem is YoSoyPacho, he's got more navy, but it's unupgraded. And he does not have the eco to do that. He is being pressured by knights as well. He got a TC up here, so that's nice. And these islands on the asteroid belt are going to be nice for galley play, because you can just run away from the fires. It's pretty risky to run in there with the fires, because then it's easier for the galleys to micro, and you might get hit by a demo. Ooh. You get distracted in a second and everything goes down. TC for Otter now. Who is ahead in villagers despite getting his second TC up now. By the way, I think the elo difference in this set is slightly bigger than the one we had in the previous set, because I know Otter, he recently got to the 1700s, and I think YoSoyPacho is around 15, maybe low 1600s. So there's that. Finally, war galley for YoSoyPacho. 3rd TC up here. That's pretty nice, but it might get denied by the knight. No. And honestly, now that YoSoyPacho knows about Otter's TC, I mean, he should, right? Oh, he doesn't. He knows there's something here. He doesn't know about the TC. Did he get... He didn't get Town Watch. Otter now opting for the Light Cave. I like that. Getting some nice trades. And look at how much idle he's forcing with just 2 knights on the field. Oh. I mean, if this castle goes up, it might be the GG moment, I think. Because now YoSoyPacho, I mean, he still has some gold over here, but he's quite far away from Imp, so he cannot turn this into a fast Imp, drop a castle of his own, and make traps. I mean, he could, but he would have to idle his TC. His entire eco, really. And I don't think he wants to do that. He's still going crazy with the Navy, by the way. And honestly, I can understand that, right? You're Dravidians, you don't really have cavalry. I mean, sure, you got light cav and you got elephants, but with no husbandry and no bloodlines. So realistically, if you want to keep map control and you want to have mobile units, Navy is your best option at this point. But then I think if you're going that heavy on Navy, then maybe you think about expanding on the belt instead of going for the upper side of the map. Third TC from Otter. He's also going to make a siege workshop, so if a couple of mangonels come out from this, he can easily take down the 2 TCs while staying protected by the castle. So that's pretty nice for him. Ooh, we got a castle. Did he buy that? Some of it, yeah. So this castle is going to be preventing any pressure from YoSoyPacho into this area. But then the Kamen archers can just go here, right? Ooh. YoSoyPacho has been getting some pretty satisfying demo shots this game, so I would say he's kind of behind. I think the score is lying, but he's not going to be too sad about that. Oh, actually, he was thinking about the TC here. He deleted it and he's building it now here. That makes sense. Otherwise, it could get shot down by the castle. Otter trying to get a tower up, but it was within range of the castle, so that's a big no-no. And YoSoyPacho finding kills here. Ooh. This can be dangerous. YoSoyPacho is sitting right there in the choke point, and there's demos coming from these dogs. If he gets distracted, that's... I think Otter is trying to lure him into this little bay. But yeah, we have to keep an eye on this, because I know the moment I look away, the demos are going to come out and just kill everything. Ooh, Otter's going for the pincer move, is he? Ooh. No, but YoSoyPacho sees that, he's got ballistics. Okay, he's safe for the time being. Oh, careful. Okay, could have been worse. Now the galleys were attacking the knights as well, which can take... They can tank a lot of hits, so... So suddenly, YoSoyPacho is behind in Navy... No, he's actually still higher in Navy numbers, but he's got less health. Oh no. Oh yeah, he's got less health total. Do we have any other upgrades? Okay, no dry dock for neither player. Otter missing ballistics, so if YoSoyPacho notices that, he can easily out-micro him. Yeah, there we go. And he's up to Imp. Ooh. I mean, he's still holding this position. He's got a gold access here. He could go for this gold as well. Hold on. I'm actually starting to prefer YoSoyPacho's position. I think I would like to see a couple more docks here. You probably have to give some map control to your opponent. Maybe you put your ships here so the knights cannot be used, because Otter is being quite clever with the mix of navy and knights. Ooh, that was a good demo. Because yeah, the knights, they can just tank the shots from the galleys, and then the galleys, they just kill everything. And we have a ram from Otter. Okay. You need a petard. Oh, he's actually going for the mangonel. Yeah, that makes sense. You keep the I mean, it could cast knight by knights if they come over here, and Otter is going to have a decent production. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe chemistry is not needed at the moment. I mean, I know you want to get it as soon as possible because of how long it takes to come in, but I think getting Bracer and eventually Galleon at this point is more important. And yeah, the knights can they can just snipe the mangonel. Otter repairing the ram with villages. We're not going to get hit by the castle because we do not have murder holes in. And the TC is not going to be able to hit them while they repair the ram. The tribe goes down to the castle, and suddenly I was saying I preferred YoSoyPacho's position, and not at the moment. And now Otter is just going to spam like Kevin to his opponent's eco. I like that. I like that Otter is not even trying to catch up to Imp with his opponent, because he knows his opponent has nothing left here, so all he's got left is this area. But he's going to be starving for resources, so honestly, with the production Otter has at the moment and the amount of galleys he killed before his opponent got to Imperial, he knows that even if his opponent has galleons at the moment, Otter got this. He can just outproduce him. And he doesn't need traps here, right? He took down the castle, he's got rams, he's got knights, he's got light cap, he can take down everything. So, good call here. And YoSoyPacho, he could go for fast fire. Right? He cannot... Wait. He cannot afford Bracer. He's going to get it now. He cannot afford Galleon. Fast fires are probably your best choice, but then again, you know your opponent has been making demos the whole game, so... Yeah, there we go. Fast fire coming in. "15-minute time, wheelbarrow." Let's go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, never mind. I thought these 3 galleys would find the villagers on the gold over there. Otter's eco behind this is quite nice, right? And he's going to win this by stinging Castle Ace against an Imperial opponent. Rams will take down the traps. No? Okay. Rams are... Yeah, take down the traps. At least one of them. And YoSoyPacho has 30 views up here. That's half of his eco. Wait. Oh, I think Fast Fire got denied. I think he was researching Fast Fire in one of these docks and it got denied. Either that or he cancelled it. And I don't think he realizes. Yeah, he doesn't realize that. I mean, if he did, he could honestly buy the wood needed. I think it's 200 wood, 280 wood, 220 gold, something like that for Fast Fire, so it's not that expensive. Oh no, it was 250 gold. Otter taking complete control of this side of the map. I mean, he loses the castle. It's fine, he's going to be able to kill the traps. We have Urumi. And, I mean, generally speaking, Urumi are quite strong. But you need all of the upgrades. I mean, the castle is the one putting in most of the work. I mean, Urumi with the unique tech, they're completely insane. Especially against melee units. But like this, with no upgrades whatsoever, not that impressive. And sure, Otter, he's going to eventually lose these rams. And, oh, actually, he might be able to keep this one alive. But even if he does, he doesn't care, right? He's killing bills. His opponent is down to 50. And Otter has an eco. He has 124 bills. And I think he's done it. And yeah, Otter I think is going to be going up to Imp in a moment. Yeah, where we go. There we go. Now, Otter's army numbers are not that high, but with that eco, they're just going to rise in a moment. And YoSoyPacho's army numbers is basically fires. And Otter... Berbers, they do get demo, heavy demo. Yeah, they do. So... Otter from here, he could just go into fast fire himself. Or just go heavy demo. And just spam it in the middle of map. And as for the Urumi... I mean, the way things are right now, you can stay on Cav. You do not carry that much. Ooh. Yeah, towers is an option. Towers is definitely an option. But yeah, Urumi, they're decent against melee units. And absolutely insane the moment the unique tech and everything comes in. But they're kind of bad against ranged units. So yeah, Scorpions. Do Berbers get heavy Scorpion? They do, okay. We have fast fire for Otter, and the moment these ships get upgraded, he can just take the fight and kill the navy. And that's going to be the nail in the coffin. He already has ballistics for the Scorpions, so those Urumis are just going to die. And he doesn't have a castle, so at the moment he doesn't really have any means to take this down. He also stopped making rams. But honestly, he doesn't really have to care that much about killing this castle. He needs to keep this... Oh. He needs to keep that contained. And while he does that, he can just win water. He can just kill everything here with the light cav. He could just add Cannon Galleon at this point if he gets to chemistry, which he didn't get. Yeah, he didn't. Now we got heavy demo for YoSoyPacho, but yeah. And again, score, it is lying so much. It's a 2k difference, right? When Otter has triple the vills, 6 times the army. That should be a 5k difference, to be honest. And I think that's the main reason why, yeah, I mean, YoSoyPacho calls the GG now, but I think that's the only reason why he wasn't calling it, right? You look at that and you think, okay, I'm in a pretty bad spot, but if the score is like that, maybe he has a clown eco, right, behind this, but no, Otter, quite respectable eco. And he takes game 1. Oh, sorry, I gave the point to YoSoyPacho. Who actually was ahead in military, so there probably was a moment where he killed more units. Yeah, he actually killed more. Well, one more unit and lost 5 more. Huh. Better economy for Otter overall. Alright. That was a fun game. Asteroid Belt has been delivering very interesting games up until this point. And it's a shame that people basically always banned it in Sprint 1 and we didn't see that many games on it, because now that people are playing it for this round, we've seen how crazy it can be and how many different things you can do, and yeah, it's been a pretty good map. But let's now jump into another map, which is Mars. And we got... we got the generation where you have fish right in the back of your base. Sometimes the players, maybe they spawn here and you have fish on these two sides, or sometimes the players spawn here and you have fish over here. Now, there is some fish right here, right? But that's a lot more. And you also have the little island with the relic. There are only 2 relics on this map. So on paper, getting a relic victory should be quite easy, right? Because you only need to get 2. But at the same time, you need to build a transport ship, get the relic, and get it into a monastery. And in order to do that, you would also need water control. So let's see if the players go for any kind of water blade. Otter. Sorry. He lamed. Oh no, sorry. YoSoyPacho, I thought he was laming. Because I saw this sheep walking over here. So either he was having a weird scouting, or Otter took the sheep and YoSoyPacho managed to get them back. Nice woodlands for Otter, who is going for water, because we see 5 villagers on wood. YoSoyPacho going just now to wood. And we haven't talked Civ, so YoSoyPacho has Khmer. Khmer against Italians. That's curious. So Khmer, they can be quite nice when you go for a hybrid build, because then the moment you get feudal, maybe you start fighting for water, and let's say you want to switch to some land pressure, but in order to do that, you need to make the barracks, you need to make then the archer range or the stable. With Khmer, you do not need to do that. You just get to feudal. Sorry, I keep yawning. You get feudal, and you get down your stable or your ice range. By the way, that's unfortunate for YoSoyPacho. And he sees that. Huh. Also, he's ignoring water, so he's going to be up about 1 minute earlier. Maybe even more, almost 2 minutes earlier than Otter. And that's because Otter is going for fish. So now he needs to try and take as little damage as possible. Luckily for him, it's going to be scouts from the Khmer player, so walls will do it, right? Whereas if it was archers, it's a little bit more difficult to keep them out. Whereas here you can just do small walls and you're fine. Now Otter will see the fuel each time. And I don't think he scouted. Ooh, he still haven't found his opponent's base. And also judging by the scouting now, I can tell he didn't try to lame the two sheep we saw from YoSoyPacho going this way. So yeah, that was just some movement queuing weirdness from him. Otter is going to try and find the dock. Now, if YoSoyPacho gets... okay. Never mind, I was about to say, if YoSoyPacho gets this up in time, then Otter will not be able to get through. He's not going to be able to see this side. He might think, oh, the dock is over there, but now he should know there's no dock, unless... yeah, he's going to have... he's going to confirm it now, yeah. And he should be able to see the scouts any moment now. He's got an archery range. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the whole. This wood line is going to be safe. This one as well. The gold is going to be a little bit exposed, but he's got a spearman there. He could make more. He's actually making more. And he's oust. And now we did. Okay, so YoSoyPacho saw the archery range foundation, and because of that, he's going into skirmishers. So it is going to be scouts and skirms for the Khmer player, whereas the Italian player is going to be on skirms and spears. So just full trash from Otter. He's made a fire galley just to be sure, I suppose. Ooh, YoSoyPacho going for a dock here, so he knows about Otter's fishing eco. And he's thinking, yeah, I want to snipe that. But he's already on farms as Khmer. He's going to get a bill kill here. Run away, yes. Again, we have a market for Otter, so he's going to get a faster uptime. But he needs to be careful about the pressure which is going to be coming from YoSoyPacho. Oh, actually, did you see that? YoSoyPacho was going for a fire, but when it was almost completed, he cancelled it and went for fishing ships instead. And I'm not too sure I like that. Because you know your opponent has been on water since the start of the game. Well, not the start, but since Dark Age. So you're just going to try and catch up to him, and yeah, Otter is going to go to castle. I mean, he's losing a lot of vills to the scouts. This group of scouts has 4 kills. Skirms will take care of the spear. But I doubt YoSoyPacho is going to be able to click before Otter reaches Castle Age. And that will give Otter quite a bit of time to do some damage, especially if he's going... Yeah, I like that. He knows he's going to be up faster than his opponent because YoSoyPacho invested into skirms and scouts. So he's not going to have that much food. And so Otter figures, okay, I'm going to be up faster. I'm not too afraid of this army, so let's just make knights and go kill. Double stable from Otter, makes sense. YoSoyPacho clicks up. Without using the market. Second dock, so I wonder if he's finally going to go into Navy to kill his opponent Seiko. But yeah, it's just going to be double stable production from Otter. Now that should delay his second TC by quite a bit. And his knights are getting forward only now, and ooh. YoSoyPacho is still open here. I think he was building that with a villager, but then that villager got harassed by that spear we saw forward from Otter in Feudal Age. So, yeah. I mean, Otter doesn't know about this. He's going to click in now. And yeah, the knights are just going to find their way in. Ooh. That's horrible. I mean, YoSoyPacho can just jump into the houses, right? Which is nice. It's better than losing your bills, but then Otter can just sit here and keep them in check, basically. Ooh, fire from YoSoyPacho, finding him some kills. Otter, he notices now. But yeah, these knights are just going to be killing everything. Otter got two fishing ships, and he might be able to get more now. Yeah, sorry, YoSoyPacho got two fishing ships. But now YoSoyPacho with knights of his own. Slightly better upgrades, but he's got less than his opponent. He's got half the numbers. This is going to be very hard to deal with. All of well, most of YoSoyPacho's eco is idle, as you can see there. And he's going to be able to see the... yeah, he sees the Siege Workshop now. And there's Scorpions from Otter. Scorpions? I mean, sure, it's 2025, I mean... go crazy with Scorpions, I guess. Could have also made some Italian CA. Who do not get even the heavy CA upgrade, do they? Yeah, they don't. Otter in dire need of a redock. Make a transport, you go here with the bill. You drop a dock. Right. Maybe one here to make fish traps, one here. Then you make a monastery on the island. You get a monk out, you get the relic, and then you hop into the transport, you go here, you get it, and then you go back. And bam, relic victory activated from the small island. Otter has basically stopped making siege, which I'm not a fan of, but he's growing in numbers. He's actually only 2 ahead compared to his opponents, but he's got the second armor upgrade. YoSoyPacho doesn't, for now. It's getting in. And YoSoyPacho's eco is not that far behind. I notice times are basically the same. So this is going to be a close one, isn't it? Ooh. This could go for it. Otter. Ooh, he notices. And just jumps into the houses. Just take down the houses. Really. Otter should be able to win this, but there's more knights coming from YoSoyPacho. Okay, YoSoyPacho cleans this. And Otter, despite losing his forward army, he's only 4 knights behind, about to be 3, and with the amount of HP on these knights, it's not that bad to be behind too. I mean, it's 10 knights, but their collective health is basically the same as 5 full health knights, so yeah. And there's also the big difference that Otter, he actually has an eco to use to spam knights, right? And I know YoSoyPacho is Khmer, he's got farms, that's cool and all, but he has been idling his villagers for most of the castle at this point. Ooh. Otter, that's sad. Hey, Tech. How are you? You got back from a job interview. Are you switching jobs, or was it connected to your current job? The Otter coming back home, and yeah, these knights, most of them were very weak. So Otter is now his turn to clean up his opponent's raid. And I keep looking back here because there's that siege workshop which has been unused by Otter. I'm actually surprised YoSoyPacho is not as paranoid as he should be. Oh, I didn't know you quit. Okay. Well, hopefully you get this one then. Okay, Otter, he finally realized his opponent was on water, and he has been killing the fish. He's now going to be destroying the docks with the knights. And YoSoyPacho, he is now 20 eco behind. I mean, 13 of that is fishing ships, which are not being that amazing. Ooh, I didn't notice this. Okay, so we're going to have a relic victory timer in a moment. And Otter, yeah, this is going to go up because he walled in the field. There's now going to be Genoese on the field, and honestly, that's pretty good against the Khmer. The old man is going down. I mean, there's only one Genoese in the field, but that's fine. And there's the relic victory counter. So now, if you're YoSoyPacho, you're thinking, oh, I'm on a time limit. I need to be pushing. But the problem is you're not that ahead in military, and you're behind in eco. So you're trying to push an opponent with a superior eco and a similar army. That's going to be difficult, especially considering you're going to have to either win water to destroy this monastery, or you will have to go imp, get through your opponent's base, and sit a trap here to trap down the monastery. So yeah, that's not going to happen. eco numbers are starting to get closer. And again, Otter is ahead in eco numbers, but 13 of that is fishing ships. So unless he starts making fish, I mean, nah, they're still efficient. Ooh, big fight here in the middle. Otter losing a lot of knights. And ooh, YoSoyPacho. He might be able to. He might be able to push this now. And yeah, I agree. Now he needs to start thinking about Navy. The problem is there's a castle coming up here. And sure, it's a one-ville castle. But it's still a castle, so you're not going to be able to get that with Castle Age Navy. I mean, one way you could do it is, but it's quite risky. You would have to make a single transport. You make like 10 rams. You sneak that transport here. You get the rams out, and you just kill the monastery with the rams. That could work. That's the only thing I can think of in Castle Age. Demos, they're probably a little too. They don't deal enough damage against buildings, and the only angle they could hit the monastery from is this. Or maybe instead of the rams. I mean, if YoSoyPacho had a castle, then instead of the rams, I would like to see the transport with 10 petards in it, right? And then you just get here and you take down the monastery. Granted, that's a temporary solution, because the moment the monastery goes down, then Otter rebuilds it, but that gives you another 200 years of time to work. And honestly, now YoSoyPacho pulls ahead in bills with Khmer farms. Now, I say Khmer farms, but he's got 31 on gold, so this is not a balanced eco. And we have Imperial from Otter. Cheaper for Italians. And sure, he's going to lose the night fights. But he doesn't really care, right? He's got a castle in his base, he's got one on the island. He's fine. And look at this, YoSoyPacho is trying to get a dock up here. But Otter, ooh. Ooh. I thought he was patrolling the shoreline, but no. So with the low vision the fires have, YoSoyPacho could justify, yeah, he could be able to get this one up. Yeah, he will, and I think he can fit one here without being noticed. But does he know about the castle? Okay, he knows about the castle, so he knows he cannot get here with just ships. He needs something. Ooh, is he going to make? No! You don't take the fight. Yeah, you do not want to show your opponent the knights. Don't let Otter. No! This is too early. Too early. You're missing dry dock or careening, whatever it is in Castle Age. I always confuse the two texts. And now Otter notices. Yeah, and that plan is gone. Okay, it's careening. And yeah, these are going to get sniped. 10 knights. Actually, yeah, this will die to the castle, or yeah. Okay, you need to kill the monk. Yeah, you kill the monk. Yeah, and now you sit in between the castle and the monastery and you kill. So the question is the single... Oh, we have murder holes and automated transport of his own. Yeah, he's going to be able to keep this up. Yeah, knights are just not it. I mean, if he had... Well, he lost the ship with the knights, so that was unfortunate. But if he had careening and he got 20 knights here, then maybe. But yeah, petards was to play. Petards or rams. Knights take too long. Petards, the moment they get off the ship, they basically take it down. Same with the rams. And he's going to try again. Okay, this time he's going to have 20 knights, but there's going to be fast fire from Otter. So Otter is just going to take down the ships before they can get to the castle. Yeah, that ship will go down. And he will lose 6 knights. They drown. Another 10. They drown. And yeah. And yeah, he calls the GG. YoSoyPacho calls the GG. Well played. Well played. This was a very fun set. Both games were very competitive, especially... Maybe they... Ooh. I was about to say the first one more than this one, but I'm not too sure. Because at the end of the day, YoSoyPacho is in a bad spot now because of the losses he sustained with the knights. And Otter will just win due to relic victory. But if it if it wasn't for the relic victory, then YoSoyPacho has probably the advantage here, right? Otter's eco is basically non-existent, so yeah. Let's take a look at the statistics. Actually, more resources collected from Otter. I'm surprised by that. Oh no, actually, no. That's then not that much of a surprise because Otter had he's 1 build behind now, but he had the eco advantage for most of the game, and a lot of that eco was the fishing ships just working here on his water. Alright. So that was the second set for today. I do not think I have the energy to do a third one, so I'm sorry, Tech, since you just got here, but I think I'm going to end the stream here. Well played to all the players. Both sets were very fun and very close, I would say. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching.